Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about bodybuilding and my experience with bodybuilding. I've been a bodybuilder for like 4 or 5 years, and I love bodybuilding. I mean, it's what I do. It's me. It's a part of me. I don't know. I grew up just a normal person. I didn't grow up like, sort of um, obsessed with bodybuilding. I didn't grow up with like athletic parents. I didn't grow up with like any athletic sort of, endeavors in mind. But I said, okay, like what can I do? I mean, I sort of stumbled across bodybuilding because I was actually on YouTube. I think I saw like a video by, I think it was Anthony Mantello. And I saw him working out, getting shredded, and just looking sick. So I said, how can I do that? Like, I mean, I want to do that. I saw his physique. His physique was like, it looked sick. He was like around 6 to 7% actually. So I was like, what can I do? Like I want to look like that. So the back of my mind, I said like, okay, I want to do that, because it looks awesome, having no fat on you and sort of, just just looking awesome, looking like a freaking bodybuilder, looking shredded and like being like 6 to 7% body fat. It looks so cool. So I said, how can I do that? Like at the time I was sort of more of a gamer, and I said like, how can I get into this? I mean, it looks awesome, but I didn't really know how to actually to get that shredded, So I watched a couple of his videos, I watched his diet, and I stumbled across David Lade, Anthony Mantello, Dylan McKenna, Jeff Side, and I was sort of inspired by them. I said like, that looks freaking cool, being shredded, being stage lean, and just having like a sick physique. So I said like, how can I do that? Like, I mean, I sort of grew passionate about it, and I said like, how can I do that? Because at the time I wanted to do something new. I mean, I was playing video games for a while, and as much as I loved video games and enjoy them, I said, I want to do something new. I wanted to grow. I wanted to develop into a new person. I mean, as much as I love video games, I didn't want to keep playing video games because, I don't know, I wasn't the biggest fan of video games in the first place. I mean, I was pretty passionate about it, but I already knew in the back of my mind, like, I don't want to make video games my career, like, if I'm gonna pick something to do, I want it to be my career, and I want to get super good at it, and I want to perfect it, and I want to, sort of just chip away at it and become obsessed with it. So, if I have like a couple interests, that's what I'll do. So that's what I sort of did with bodybuilding. I threw myself into it. And at first I didn't know anything, I said like, how can I, get to that point? But I didn't know enough about bodybuilding. I said like, how can I get to that point? How can I get to like that shredded physique that I want? So I watched a couple videos, and I said like, okay, I need to do this because it was a goal in my mind, to become a bodybuilder. It was one of my biggest dreams. So I said, okay, I'm going to actually do this, So I went to the gym. At first I didn't know anything. I just started eating chicken and rice and, freaking broccoli or vegetables. And I would sort of find myself straying away from my diet. I would eat other things throughout the week, and I wouldn't be focused. I wouldn't be disciplined on my diet, actually. I do remember earlier into my bodybuilding journey, I grabbed other stuff. I mean, if I would see something like in the market, I'd look at it, I'd see how much protein it has. If it had a good amount of protein to calorie ratio, I would grab it and I would eat it. But I wasn't sort of obsessed with like the calorie to protein ratio. I wasn't sort of educated enough to understand that if I'm on a deep cut, that I should sort of maybe try to eat like the 1 to 2 calorie to protein ratio foods. So I didn't know, you know, so I grabbed like other foods that were, I mean, you know, if you're deep into a cut, you know how hungry you can get, or, I mean, you can ignore your hunger. I can ignore my hunger, but if you're deep into a cut, you know that you can get pretty hungry and you just want to eat something after your meal. So I said, okay, like, I'm gonna grab, I said, I'm gonna grab this, has like 500 calories, 53 grams of protein, I'm just gonna eat it. And I mean, it worked, you know, but as I said, there are better ways to cut, especially if you're trying to get shredded. So that's what I did. The first time around I got shredded, actually, I was around 125 pounds. And I was just walking around a lot, believe it or not. I was just walking everywhere. So I wasn't really at home for the majority of my days. When I was in that shredded state, I wasn't home a lot. So I was super active. I would have 3 meals. My breakfast was a smaller meal. And I had like some sort of liquid, like, I don't know, some protein. I had a low appetite, so that's what I did. I had around 500 calories for breakfast. My second meal was, you know, some eggs, some nuts, some yogurt, some berries. But I could have done it better, you know. I'm looking back. I mean, I could have maybe switched to egg whites, and then I could have like instead of eggs, and then I could have removed the nuts, actually, because the nuts are super high in calories. So I mean, I wasn't eating a lot of nuts. I was eating like maybe a small handful of nuts, and I mean, although it worked, I didn't have the largest appetite at the time. So that's what I was eating. I had like some nuts, some eggs, some yogurt, and I could have improved on the yogurt as well. I mean, I was eating like 100 calorie yogurt with like 15 grams of protein. I mean, I could have grabbed like the 1 to 2 calorie, you know, the 0% fat yogurt. So I said, like, how can I, well, now I'm looking back on it and I'm thinking, like, how could I have improved that meal? So that's sort of like something that I learned about looking back on it now. I could have ate egg whites. You know, I could have ate the 0% yogurt. I could have taken out the nuts. And I said, like, yeah, like, I mean, how could I have improved? So that was my second meal. My third meal was, it was a larger meal. It was my largest meal. It's around, I don't know, 950 calories, somewhere around there, 800 calories. It was some turkeys, turkey patties. I think it was like 93.7, and then I had like some like protein waffles, and then I had like some vegetables. That's about it. So as I said, that was sort of my last meal. So looking back on it, I was 125 pounds. I was pretty small. So that was the first time around I got shredded. I was around 6 to 7%. 5%, 4% even. So that was the first time around I got shredded, actually. And I said, like, how do I feel in this shredded state? So the way I felt, I was obviously low energy. I didn't have a huge appetite, but I definitely did struggle to get around. I mean, if I was walking for like prolonged periods of time, I would have to actually, you know, sit down and rest and, you know, just sit down and rest because I was just super low energy. So if, you know, I didn't know at the time that was going to happen. So that's what happened. And the second time around I got shredded, I did some hiking, I was active, I was moving around a lot, I was also doing weights. So, yeah. That was the second time around I got shredded. I mean, it wasn't the hardest thing in the world. Especially when you're actually like sticking to your, you know, protein intake. You will be a bit hungry, but it's not like the hardest thing in the world. So, yeah. As for the third time around I got shredded, more recently, I think, I've been shredded, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times. Right now, I'm just super invested in my bodybuilding and other passions. So, I'm just really into bodybuilding is like a huge part of my life, you know, and it's always going to be a huge part of my life. I mean, I've been doing this for like so long. So, not so long, but like a good amount of time. So, you know, I have other interests as well. But as I said, yeah, like more recently, I think last year I got shredded. Like got like super peeled, like 4 to 5%. The same thing happened. I mean, I was low energy. I didn't struggle to walk, you know. I didn't struggle with like having to rest, but I was leaning on things. I was low energy. I'm not sure when I took the picture, but I took like a lot of pictures. So, I said like, how am I going to maintain this state? So that's what I'm thinking about right now, actually. How am I going to maintain that physique, you know, permanently? So I'm thinking like, that was the most recent time around I got shredded. And I looked sick, dude. I was like, I don't know, super shredded. And I just love being shredded, you know. I dedicated my life to it. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, you know. It's one of my passions. So, as I said, yeah, that was the more recent time around. I think I had trouble actually, you know, standing up for like long periods of time. My feet were hurting, you know. If I was standing for like more than in the same place for like more than a minute or two, my feet would start hurting. And you know, it's definitely something that isn't the healthiest state to be at. I think I know Dorian Yates said the same thing. You know, I think Dorian Yates said his feet would hurt if he'd stand for too long when he was like stage lean. I got stage lean that time around, and yeah. More recently, I got shredded twice this year. I got to around like 6 to 7%, and then I got to 6-7% again. So, at this point in my life, in my bodybuilding career, I just want to completely dedicate myself to my body fat percentage. You know, I freaking love bodybuilding with all my heart. Like, seriously, it's one of the things that I love the most. So, as I said, this year, hopefully I can get stage lean again and maintain it. That's my main goal right now, is to actually completely dedicate myself. Not completely, you know, I have other things to do as well, but, like, dedicate, like, a lot of energy into just my physique and you know, my fitness goals and my bodybuilding career, because, I want this, you know, to just stick with me for like, I don't know, the next 10-20 years. So as I said, like, yeah, I'm just really into this right now. I mean, I don't like have like a life pretty much outside of bodybuilding and my interests, you know. I mean, I'm completely dedicated to bodybuilding as well as, you know, other things that I enjoy. So if I enjoy something and if I'm passionate about it, I'll just completely dedicate myself to it. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's been an experience, definitely. I mean, I haven't been to like an amusement park in like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years. Um, I haven't done anything like really that's not in the scope of bodybuilding or my interest in like a long time, because this is like what I do, you know, this is like my career. So um, as I said, um, I don't know, like if I'm going somewhere, I'm gonna bring my food with me, you know, like that's how I am, you know, about bodybuilding. Like that's how passionate I am about it, you know. Because I don't know, like I just don't see myself uh, being someone else, you know. This is like me, my personality, and like it's not all of me, but it's a huge part of my life, you know. Like um, yeah, I'm just very passionate about it. So again, I've been doing bodybuilding for like, I don't know, 5 years now, and um, as I said, I finished up a 3-day fast more recently, um, which I'm glad to say I have, you know, because a 3-day fast is actually in the scope of bodybuilding. I know a lot of bodybuilders haven't done a 3-day fast, but I do know, you know, a bunch of bodybuilders who have done 3-day fasts. So, yes, I'm glad to say I finished up a 3-day fast, and it was a great experience, you know, because I know actually that a lot of um, bodybuilders haven't done a 3-day fast. You know, they usually take it bit by bit. Um, but I saw a video on it by one of my favorite bodybuilders, and I said, okay, like I need to do this. You know, because if this person is so dedicated to bodybuilding, and I feel like I have that same level of dedication to it. So I said, okay, I need to do that 3-day fast. You know, it needs to go down because it's bodybuilding. You know, it's like a piece of it. So, sorry, I just have something in my ear for whatever reason. So, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. You know. Um, I just sort of grew into it, and I'm still doing this. You know, I'm not like going anywhere. Did I go to college? No, I'm very passionate about bodybuilding. You know, I mean, I'm passionate about music as well. So, I know a lot of bodybuilders actually didn't go to college. I didn't go to college. Do you need a degree to be a bodybuilder? I don't know. I'm just very passionate about this. You know, I live bodybuilding. So, as I said, I like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, like, it's just who I am now. And I've had a great experience with bodybuilding. You know, I mean, as repetitive and you know, easy as lifting weights may be, you know, it's not the hardest thing in the world. I still enjoy it, you know, because of the aesthetics and like the visual effects that lifting weights has on your physique. You know, like, you know, having actual muscle on you, it looks awesome. You know, being shredded, being in a shredded state, it looks freaking awesome. So, yeah, I just love being shredded, and I don't know, it just feels great to me. You know, I don't know how I would feel if I wasn't shredded. You know, I would just feel like very out of sync, out of tune. You know, so I mean, I'm performing at a level that um, I want that I, sort of strive for, because I don't know, I just, as much as I love bodybuilding, as I said, I also do want to grow, and I want, new experiences. So um, this doesn't mean that I'm gonna stray away from bodybuilding, because new experiences can mean like giving up bodybuilding. I'm not gonna quit bodybuilding. So as I said, I do want new experiences with bodybuilding. It's why I picked up this 3-day fast and why I decided to go through with it, because I wanted to get it done, and I wanted like a new experience. I wanted growth. I wanted to sort of challenge myself a bit, and I got it done. I dropped 16 pounds. So other things about it, I'm not sure like what else. I mean, as I said, I love bodybuilding a lot, but I do get sort of bored of it from time to time. Lifting weights is, I don't know, it can get boring, believe it or not. But I said, sorry, there's just been something in my ear for a while. So, yeah. I'm trying to find like something to say. I mean, oops. I mean, yeah. I also am sort of interested in endurance running and endurance cycling. Um, I sort of want to stray down that path as well, but I know that a lot of endurance runners, endurance cyclists sort of have like shriveled up physiques. They don't have like the most aesthetic physiques. I started working out, honestly. The reason why I started working out is to get that shredded physique, to get that 6 to 7, 8% body fat and be shredded and look like awesome, look like a freaking, like a bodybuilder, so not like the 212 or like the classic or like, the men's physique nowadays. Those guys are huge. My experience with bodybuilding, I never took any performance enhancing drugs. I love bodybuilding, but I'm not going to take any steroids just to freaking compete or just to like, I don't know, just to have like a title to my name, I'm not going to take any steroids. I mean, it's definitely like good for your life, to exercise and to be healthy. I know a lot of people don't care about bodybuilding as much. They don't care about, their body fat percentage like I do. But I said, I mean, I like doing this, it's like how, if I get passionate about video game, I'll sort of just, dedicate myself to it, get really good at it. Or if I want to do something else, like read a book or learn something new or practice a new skill, develop a new skill. That's how I'll go around it, by just obsessing over it and, consume it. Basically consumes my life. So, as I said, this is just my experience with bodybuilding. Thankfully, I never took any steroids, and which means I can do this for like a prolonged period of time. I don't have to worry about, like, I know a lot of bodybuilders have to like quit or stop because they're steroids, and sort of their health deteriorates and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, thankfully I don't have to worry about that, yeah, that's my experience with bodybuilding. I mean, did I enjoy the experience? Yes, and I'm still going to be bodybuilding, I mean, Um, I still love doing this. I mean, I have chicken and rice, you know, um, pretty much every day. Maybe I'll switch to ground beef sometimes or sweet potato. But, I mean, I like doing this, you know. I know a lot of bodybuilders didn't go to college. I didn't go to college. Um, it's not the most complicated thing in the world anyway, but, um, yeah, I mean, that's my experience with bodybuilding. Um, maybe some of you guys are wondering, like, um, does it suck not being able to eat like actual food or like delicious food? I don't really think about it, if I'm being honest with you. Um, I don't really think about um, like regular food, you know, like diet, I don't know, high sugar, high fat food. I don't really think about it. Um, I have my meals laid out, and I just stick to my meals. You know, I don't deviate from my meals. Um, so yeah, I mean, um, I don't really get cravings for junk food. Um, I do have designated cheat days and cheat meals, but I'll make sure that I'm not gaining weight from it. So, yeah. Um, throughout the years, I've tried different diets. My diet has changed. Sometimes I might have stopped bodybuilding for a bit. Other times I might just be super invested into it. Right now, I'm at the point in my life where I'm saying, okay, I just want to completely invest. Not completely, you know. As I said, I have other things as well. So I want to just put a lot of energy into my physique because I've been doing this for a while, you know, and I still like doing this. So, yeah. Were there periods during my bodybuilding experience where I hated bodybuilding? No. I mean, I still love lifting weights. I still love doing cardio, like, you know, burning a bunch of calories. And I still love dieting and tracking my food and weighing everything and counting my calories and, you know, trying to stick to a deficit. So, yeah. I don't feel as if I ever hated bodybuilding. You know, I never felt as if it was a sort of an obligation or like something that I was like a chore. No, I mean, I freaking love bodybuilding. Um, I used to watch a bunch of videos of bodybuilding, and I had idols, bodybuilding idols. I still look up to them, you know, and I'll still watch their videos if I ever have a chance. If I'm not doing something else, I might, you know, sort of graze through the video. Um, so yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from other bodybuilders as well. Um, I didn't like, how do you say? I didn't like completely figure it out myself. I mean, it's bodybuilding has been done before. It's bodybuilding, just like everything else. But I had this sort of image in my mind. I want to become a bodybuilder. So that's how I went around it. You know, I mean, I do the work every day. I weigh my food. I do what I need to do, and I don't deviate. So, yeah, I mean, I just like doing this, you know, I mean, I don't know, it's because I also was sort of pressured, like, I don't want to go to college, like, what am I going to college for? I was always sort of deviant, in a sense that I wanted my own life, and I wanted my own opinions, and I have my own opinions, and I am my own person, you know, like, I have my own interests, and I have my own, like, passions. So I didn't want college to sort of, you know, take away my individuality and my, my passions, you know, because I don't know, like college wouldn't sort of help me become a bodybuilder. I mean, you know, I don't think it would help me become a bodybuilder. Um, so I know a lot of people say that, um, you know, you should go to college. Um, I know a lot of us younger people are pressured to go into college, or, doing this, doing that, following in this footstep, doing this, because, so I don't know. I just said I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to be a bodybuilder. So that's what I did. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to college. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they're pressured by their parents to do something, or maybe their friends tell them that they should do this, they should do that. I just sort of, I'm a very individual person, I mean, again, I was never really interested in college because I just wasn't, like, I have my own interests, and I work away at my own crafts and my own passions, I don't have to be in a classroom to do something, so, yeah, I mean, I still love bodybuilding. I guess maybe I'm just a bit obsessed with bodybuilding. I don't know. But yeah. Do you guys want to see another 72-hour fast? Let me know. My Instagram is luis.hern, the number 9. My Instagram is luis.hern, the number 9. That's my Instagram. Send me a direct message. I'm selling customized dieting and exercise programs for you guys, and I want to help you guys get into the best shape of your life and build a shredded physique, build a physique that you've always wanted, and develop healthier habits, and get in tune with your health and your fitness, because it's a great thing. It's definitely a great thing. I enjoy doing this, and it's made me feel better, and it's I feel secure in my identity, and I feel as if I am me. I feel like I'm me. I don't feel like I'm anyone else. I don't want to be like, I don't know, a politician, or engineer, or doctor, or lawyer, or an architect, or a teacher, or anything. I want to be me, and I know a lot of times people say that's stupid, grow up, but I mean, I don't know. I freaking love bodybuilding, and I'm passionate about bodybuilding, and as I said, I've done a lot of things bodybuilding, and I want to continue to grow. So, do you guys want to see another 3-day fast? Send me a message on my Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or something. Do you guys want to see another 3-day fast? I'd be willing to do it. Do you guys want to see like a freaking 1-week fast? I don't know. Let me know. Probably not gonna do one week fast. That's pretty unhealthy. So, I said, like, as I said, I would be willing to do another 3-day fast sometime in the future. But right now, I'm glad to say I knocked it out, and it was a personal achievement of mine that I was sort of longing for, because I saw David Lane and Dylan McKenna attempt it, and they were sort of my bodybuilding idols. So I said, like, I want to do that. I want to try that because they did it, you know. And I mean, they're super into bodybuilding and they're passionate and obsessed with bodybuilding like I am. So I said, I'm gonna try that out because it needs to happen, you know. I need to knock this 3-day fast down. So I did it, and it feels good. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels good. But I'm always looking to do something new with bodybuilding. Like, what else can I do? Improve my pace. Find new, I don't know, switch to ground beef, sweet potato. Do you guys want to see like some food challenges, 10,000 calorie challenges, 20,000 calorie cheat day? Do you guys want to see like, let me know, you know, because, you know, I love doing this. You know, it's something that, you know, has given me a life, and you know, I feel like as if, you know, it's improved my life. And yeah, would I ever have seen myself being, you know, consumed by bodybuilding? Yeah, definitely yes, because as I said, I didn't want to go to college, and I told myself, okay, I need to do something, and I need to take it to the extreme, or I need to do some things and take them to the extreme, because as I said, I did not want to go to college, and I you know, like, I was never a particular fan of school either way. You know, I didn't say like I wasn't ever like the best student. I wasn't really like you know, like, passionate about school, you know. I think maybe it's the way that the teachers taught their subjects, you know. I mean, I will, you know, I will learn math whenever I have some time. I will read up on math, I'll watch videos, you know, but I'm not going to college. It doesn't mean that I don't like learning. I learn on my own time. What else? I know a lot of schools have like science classes. I don't really want to be a scientist. History, I don't want to be a historian. What else? I do like music, so I do, you know, invest in music whenever I can, and it's one of my big passions. So, you know, that's something, if you guys didn't know about me, I am a musical person, and it's one of my biggest passions as well. You know, I like bodybuilding and music. Those are my my favorite interests. So, again, I don't want to be a scientist. I don't want to be like a historian. I don't want to be like, I don't know, a mathematician. As much as I enjoy math, I don't want to be a mathematician. I don't want to be like, other things, you know. So yeah, it's definitely something that's consumed me, you know. I mean, I love bodybuilding with all my heart, you know, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. What else can I say? I mean, I'm gonna keep doing this. I mean, I love doing this, you know. It's pretty much like a huge portion of my life now. Where would I have gone if I didn't do bodybuilding? I'm not sure, you know. If I wasn't a bodybuilder, maybe I would have I don't know. I'm not sure what I would have done, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe I might have been a professional gamer. Maybe. I did love gaming. I enjoyed gaming. Um, but I didn't really see myself gaming professionally or as a career. You know, I didn't see myself doing gaming like long term. I'm not like the most stereotypical like freaking jock or bodybuilder. You know, a lot of bodybuilders act tough, or they act like they're so freaking like they're so like different. But I mean, it's just bodybuilding. To me, I still love it. I enjoy it. You know, I'm not gonna quit bodybuilding, but I don't know, like my experience. That's sort of my experience. It was a process. There were times in my bodybuilding journey where I haven't been as shredded, and those times I didn't really enjoy in particular. You know, I mean, I don't like being in the above the 9% range, because it just feels horrible. I wouldn't be able to call myself a bodybuilder if I was above 9% body fat, or even 8% body fat. You know, my standards are kind of changing right now. You know, diving deeper into my bodybuilding experience, I want to sort of focus more on my body fat percentage. I want to get it down to 6 to 8% permanently, because I feel like that's what a bodybuilder should be at. You know, anything 9% and above, I feel like it's a little too much fat. I mean, I can tolerate 9% for a while. I mean, the increased food is always great, but 6 to 8%, 4%, 5 to 8%. I feel like that's where a bodybuilder should be at, you know, like a true bodybuilder who's super dedicated. So my experience with bodybuilding, I'm super dedicated to this, you know. I mean, I can't see myself being anything else. And yeah, I mean, like, I weigh my food like every single day, you know. And my experience with bodybuilding, I mean, it's been a great experience. I want to try out other challenges as well. I want to keep this bodybuilding refreshing, and I want to keep it new and exciting for myself, because if I get bored of something, you know, I mean, if I get bored of bodybuilding, I'm still gonna do it, but I want to keep it new. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do some other challenges. I'll, you know, make some ideas, formulate something, and tell you guys that I'm here to help you guys transform. Follow my Instagram, luis.hern, the number 9. Again, it's luis.hern, number 9. You can follow me there. I'll keep you guys updated on my stories, what I eat in a day. I'll keep you guys updated on my physique, on my page. I'll post something if I do something, if I finish a fast, if I gain some weight, if I drop some weight, if I get shredded. I'll post on my page. Physique updates. I'll post my 5 most recent videos. You guys can check them out on my Instagram, and watch my previous videos to figure out how I lost weight, how I kept it off, and why I'm still doing this. You know, because if I didn't enjoy, you know, my daily routine, my daily habits, I probably wouldn't be able to do this, you know, for a long period of time. So as I said, I'm gonna talk to you guys a bit more about my experience. I don't like compromising, and I don't like, you know, being anyone else in who I am. You know, I don't like, you know, not being who I am. It just, like, I do feel dehumanized at times, believe it or not. I mean, I feel dehumanized when I am above 9% body fat. I feel like I'm just stripped away from my title as a bodybuilder, you know? So it's hard for me to actually, like, not eat my regular meals and not do what I'm supposed to do. You know, it's hard for me not to do that, because I've been doing this for so long now, and you know, if I stopped doing this, I would just feel so weird. I would feel so out of place and so like dehumanized again. I would just feel like I wouldn't be me. So, as I said, um, I don't know. I'm just very like individualistic, and again, I don't like compromising, and you know, I guess that's why I did this 3-day fast, because I said like, I've seen other people do the 3-day fast, and I want to do it as well, because you know, I wouldn't be able to call myself a bodybuilder if I didn't go through with this. That's how I feel personally. You know, I feel like I had to do this 3-day fast to actually call myself a bodybuilder, because I've never done a 3-day fast. And I was sort of wondering, like, should I fast one day? What's gonna happen? Leading up to it, I was having huge cheat days, and I was dropping weight after my 1-day fast. But I said, okay, I finished the 1-day fast. What else can I do? I mean, I started leaning into the growth mindset, and I started thinking, like, what else can I do? I just did 2 1-day fasts. Should I do a 2-day fast? I did the 2-day fast, and I said, okay, I know that David Layden and Dylan McKenna tried the 3-day fast. I'm gonna try it too, because I'm a bodybuilder, and again, like, if I didn't do this 3-day fast, I wouldn't be able to call myself. I would just feel like a bit like I don't know, like stripped away, you know. So, yeah, I freaking love doing this, you know, with all my heart. And I wouldn't trade it, you know, for anything, you know. So, yeah, that's my experience with bodybuilding. I'm still super passionate about it. I still wake up excited to bodybuild, excited to do my cardio, excited to lift weights, excited to weigh my food, excited to track my calories. I still get excited for the process of bodybuilding and cutting weight and getting shredded and conquering a 3-day fast, conquering a PR. So it still feels great, you know. It still feels super rewarding, and it feels like it still feels like, I don't know, I still feel like passionate about bodybuilding, you know. I mean, maybe it's just a period of my life, I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, I still love exercising and dieting. I mean, it feels awesome, you know. It's good for your health. Why wouldn't I diet and exercise? Why wouldn't I eat healthy and work out and get shredded? Why wouldn't I? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me why I wouldn't. So as I said, my experience with bodybuilding, I kind of gave up my social life. I still have a couple friends that I talk to, but I don't have any bodybuilder friends, believe it or not. I'm sort of secluded because I don't have any bodybuilder friends. I train by myself. I do everything by myself. I make these videos for you guys by myself. I do everything by myself. So, as I said, I am individualistic, and I sort of gave up social events, believe it or not. I guess that's how passionate I am about bodybuilding. You know, I said, okay, this is the time where I should be picking my career. So, I mean, I've had experience with being shredded, but I sort of said, like, what can I do? Like, you know, I was feeling sort of pressured into doing something, you know. So I said, I love bodybuilding with all my heart, you know. So it's one of the things that I'm passionate about, and I don't know, I just get so freaking excited to bodybuild. I just feel so like excited to bodybuild, you know? And I guess this is just me talking after the 3-day fast. I don't know. I'm still super stoked about bodybuilding and cutting weight and getting shredded. It's an enjoyable, it's an awesome experience. So yeah, I'm still super passionate about bodybuilding. There will be times where I'm not motivated, but I still get the job done each and every day. You know, I still do everything I have to do. Some days I won't wake up with like as much of a flare. You know, sometimes I'll just wake up and say, okay, I need to do my cardio, I need to do this, I need to do that. I get it out of the way, and that's what happens, you know. So yeah, that's bodybuilding. That's my experience with bodybuilding. And I'm gonna continue to bodybuild because I'm still passionate about it and I still enjoy doing this. And I don't know. I haven't been to like a social event or like an amusement park or like a movie theater or like anything like that in so long now, you know. Do I miss it? No, not really. I said, oh, I need to do something because I'm getting old. So yeah, maybe I'm just like an older person, but yeah. That's bodybuilding. That's my experience with bodybuilding. And I as I said, I still enjoy this. I still love doing this. I don't really take days off of cardio, actually. I will take like a day or two off every week or so from lifting weights, but I do cardio year round. So yeah, that's my experience with bodybuilding. It's a permanent change for me, at least, and I don't feel as if like it's an unbearable change. I don't feel like if it's sort of like a temporary thing. So that's my experience with bodybuilding. I'm gonna continue to bodybuild, and I'm going to continue to do what I have to do. At the end of the day, it's a daily process, you know. So yeah, my experience with bodybuilding. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it. So if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch my previous videos to figure out how to get shredded, how I got in shape, how I stay shredded year round. I might post like some 10,000 calorie challenges for you guys. And follow my Instagram. It's luis.hern, the number 9. Again, it's luis.hern, the number 9. Follow my Instagram. I'll keep you guys updated on my whole bodybuilding journey on my page, and I'll see you guys next time. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.